Good afternoon. Welcome to the Wyatt Live, 1 p.m., 1 o'clock something. Here we go. Let's take off. I'm on the runway. Let's go. Let me hit a couple more buttons and we're going to get right at it. Can you guys hear me? Let's do a sound check. Let's do a sound check real fast so I can go ahead and take off. Good afternoon, Regina. Good afternoon, everyone. I just wanted to make sure I could read all the comments. I got X up. Let me make sure we got everything, all the platforms going. I got the Facebooks going. Wyatt Live Facebook, Miranda Wyatt Facebook, TV1, not excuse me, TVX, Wyatt IG. Let's see, Wyatt YouTube, Wyatt Live YouTube. Excuse me, got everything. If you can hear me, let me know. Thank you, Preston. YouTube, good. Thank you. Thank you, Sean D. Scott Bain, what's good? Lamont, what's happening? AP, what's good? I think AP been on vacation from the Wyatt Live show. Has he been here? He been silent. I guess we got it. Yep. Thanks, Chrissy. I guess we just got to talk about guns and shit. That's when AP get active. AP get active when we talk about guns. Guns and unions. AP has got the business for you. Stephanie Hyde, what's good, cuz? Let's see who else we got right here. Let me see. Let me get us. Trust me, I wasn't coming. I wasn't coming until I seen the craziest shit on the world. That I just y'all know what I'm here to talk about. You know what I'm here to talk about. You know what I'm here to say. You might not know what I'm gonna say, but some of you can read my mind, and some of you know where I'm about to go with the information that I got. And I just once again I'm gonna pull that hypocrisy card. They love calling names. And then they get Stevie Wonder when they see they people doing shit. They get blind. AP said, I've been here, bro. I'm just saying, you kind of silent when it come up. Let me find out that your woman's sitting there. That's why you don't say shit. Because your lady is standing there with you, watching with you. We for the last few days, last few shows, when I was in Cincinnati, you just been quiet. Church mouse quiet. It must have been that his woman is sitting next to him. Now, there, y'all know. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, hold on. Should I do this right now, or should I just move on? Should I do this? I have a confession. I have a confession. A few people might think I'm talking about them, but I'm really not. I am. I am, but I'm not. I'm not talking about you specifically, because there's been plenty. He said, "Nah, my wife at work. You can't watch this shit with your woman, can you?" Let me take a sip. Let me tell you, no, you got that Wyatt Live bottle. You know what I'm saying? Black bottle. That Wyatt Live black bottle. Better get you one. But listen, I was going to say this. I was going to have this conversation some time ago. And I haven't yet. For some odd reason, I haven't yet. But now I am not going to discuss it. I'm just going to bring it up. All right. But AP, you're not by yourself, brother. I don't blame you for not watching Wyatt Live with your woman or whatever. I mean, you know, significant other, your wife, girlfriend, whoever it may be. I don't know. I've done some damage over the last 4 years. Not on purpose, you know, not intentionally. Sorry, the lights are a little bit different here in this place. Not on purpose, not intentionally, but I've done a little bit of damage. And I want to apologize to all of the people that used to be married, to all of the people, and we're going to end this show positive because we got Father's Day to talk about. I don't know if that's going to be positive for me. Things like this. I don't blame her. I don't blame her, AP. But we're going to end this show positive later on because it's a short show. It really is. I got shit to do. I'm going to I had some, y'all got to understand it's flooding down here. And I got a lot of cleaning up to do. I got a lot of stuff I got to take care of. So it's going to be a short show. I'm not on like a vacation for the weekend. I got shit. I have work to do. I have things I have to do, take care of so I can get them done and over with. That being said, I'm not going to take up all my Friday on Wyatt Live because I want to be able to relax this weekend. And the work that I have to do this weekend is going to take up quite a bit of my time. So I want to get started on it. I started last night, but I started with the brainstorm of what I have to do today. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just sitting down, jotting down, doing my evaluations of what all I have to do today and over the weekend. That was the work I put in yesterday. I'm that type of person. I write everything down. I'm old school. If I was to see you and say, well, let me get your phone number. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm going to bring the pen and the pad out. For some odd reason, I'm not plugging it in my phone. I'm just so old school that let me write that down. I write everything down. Everything I write down. I don't know why. And then I'll transfer it to my phone. It's double work, but I just feel more comfortable when I write something down. I don't know what it is. I guess it's just an old trait, just something that I've done and it's put me in my space and I just can't escape it. It's like some of y'all that can't get a different hair color or you can't get away from that Brute 21, that splash, Brute 21. You can't get away from it. I don't know. I've been able to get away from the Brutes and the cool water. Yeah, I mean, some of y'all old heads still wearing that blue bottle cool water. You better throw that toilet water away. Got that shit at the CVS aisle 7, 1999, the biggest bottle. I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. Some of y'all still wearing it, and it's fine. It's legit. I just find myself not wearing any cologne. This is for my fellas. Ladies, go away for a second. When I do like this, y'all come back in. I'm talking to my fellas. Fellas, check it. I never let me put you up on game. Okay, this is game. This is game. Fellas, you know, this is how I decide on what not to wear as far as cologne. When I'm going on road trips with the family or I'm by myself or whatever, and I stop at like the Loves is the truck stop or the gas station or whatever. When I want to take a break and chill out and stretch and all that old stuff, and I didn't put a couple hours in on the road. Now I need some gas, and you know what I'm saying. I stop off at Loves, or one of them the nicer gas stations, where you can't get snatched up because it's like 150 people around. I go to big places like that. So when I go in there, you can hear on the intercom, shower number 9 ready for trucker, whatever. You know what I mean? So I hear them calling out truckers. I hear them calling out like showers available. But in those restrooms, y'all know this, fellas. Ladies not here, so y'all know it's just us. In those restrooms that we go to in Loves and they had this big ass machine right there by the wash bay, and it sells cologne by the squirt. You know what I mean? See, Ron know what I'm talking about. Ron Tucker know what I'm talking about. There's some people that have their regular spots that they stop at, and Loves is mine. I'm not gonna stop at the BP or the Shell or none of that shit. None of that. I stop off at Loves because it's wide open, it's big, and y'all ain't got to worry about getting snatched up. Now, Wawa, that's down here in Florida. I think they opening up some up in Ohio, from what I heard. I read in the paper, well, in Cincinnati.com, that they're opening up Wawa's in Ohio. That's gonna be cool. I like that because I go to Wawa down here in Florida. So yeah, that's gonna be a big thing. I'm familiar with that. But listen, they got this big ass machine on the wall in the bathroom. Stop distracting me. And it's cologne. And they got it by the squirt, like 75 cents. 75 cents a squirt. So you put 3/4 in and you hit the thing, and it squirt on you. Didn't sound right, but it squirts on you. And you put it in your head, you put it all over, whatever. Fellas, that is the cologne you never want to buy in a retail store. Don't order it on the internet. Don't buy it in the store. Don't buy anything that they selling in the wall at a gas station. That's not game. That's not some good shit. Okay, that's just not it. You know what I mean? You smell like Loves. So just chill out. Get you some grown man cologne. Get you some new stuff that they got out there, and leave that wall shit alone in the bathroom. If you can get 75 cents worth of squirt of cologne, that's the wrong cologne for you. Now that's game. Don't ever say I didn't give you some free game. Here's the crazy shit. I have to admit something. I have to admit, I'm not the wisest all the time because I, the reason why I say don't buy the wall shit is because my favorite cologne in the world was on that wall. I can't buy it anymore. I didn't realize they was selling my shit on the wall in there. Yeah, they was selling. What was it called? Um, what is that? What is that? What is that cologne that I was wearing? Hold on, let me call my wife and see. She knows. She was the one that was buying it all the time. Let me see something. Y'all excuse me for a moment. Hold on. Can you hear? She don't like the show. She don't like being on the show. She might be busy. Yeah, I think she's on the call. Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. Well, I was gonna call her and ask her, so I'll make sure that the people that's wearing this shit won't wear it anymore. Let me see. Maybe I can text her. Let's see something. Let me call my daughter. Maybe she'll help me out with this. I know. See, the girl, my daughters they always answer their phones. They could be in the middle of a. The only thing that's gonna stop them is a test or a quiz or something. Hold on, let me ask my daughter. Let me ask my daughter what's going on with my daughter. Oh, ladies, I'm sorry. Come on back. Y'all ain't going nowhere anyway. So, Ran, what's good? Hey, quick question. What is your mom on the phone? Yeah. Okay. Damn it. Hey, you wouldn't happen to know that cologne that I wear that she used to get me for Christmas, would you? No, I don't know. Daggone it. What is that stuff called? Yeah, okay. Don't worry about it. Maybe your sister. No, I'm gonna call her. I know she'll answer her phone too. Okay. All right. Bye bye. Damn. Let me see. This is why I had kids. Yo, Hey. Hey, Fefet, I need you to. Hey, mom on the phone, huh? So she can't answer the call. Listen, what's the name of that cologne that she always get me? It's my favorite. It's what I always bought, but she get it for me for Christmas all the time. What you don't know, do you? Is it the Saint Laurent one? No, it ain't the Yves Saint Laurent. It's the one that they have at the truck stop, and I stopped wearing it because they was putting it. It was in that one. You don't remember? No. Geo or something? Geo. Damn. I see you my genius child. You my genius child. You remember everything. Geo. Right. Thank you, babe. Appreciate it. Yeah. Bye-bye. Yeah. I should have called her first. I probably should have called her because she probably the one during Christmas. She probably the one during Christmas time. Tell mom all the time, Daddy like such and such, mama. She probably the one who remind her. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody said Ran. Yeah, I call my daughter Ran. What black family you know? I don't care where you are in life. What black family you know don't have nicknames? We all had nicknames, and everybody on here grew up with a nickname. Somebody named you something, and you pass it on. You know what I mean? We all got nicknames. Everybody got a nickname. Whether you know it or not, even the people that talk behind your back. They got a nickname for your ass too. But anyway, the cologne that was on the wall was called Geo. I had to stop wearing it. I was buying that by the gallon. I was buying it by the gallon, damn it. That was my shit. I got the body lotion. I got the cologne. I got the what's it, the shower gel. I got all that shit. Got it all. And got a ton of it left over too, because once it hit the wall at the Love's gas station, it was over. It was over. I was highly disappointed. And now let me say this last thing about the body wash. You couldn't get it all year round. It only came out at Christmas. And it was this big old bottle of it, big old tub, not tub, but huge bottle. It was like this big, but a little fatter than this. And it was like $30. When you bought the big cologne, you got this for $30. So I would have to buy, because I shower 3 times a day, at least, sometimes 4 times a day. and I always use my body gel. You know what I'm saying? And shit, I had to buy like 3 bottles of cologne. And I'm gonna tell you who I who can vouch that. Y'all know I keep receipts. She gonna be mad that I forgot her name because I haven't been there in a while. But I called her my cologne girl. She works over at Mace. What's that store in shit? It's been a year since I've been there, so I'm not remembering. It's in Kenwood Mall, but it's the department store. I don't know if it's Macy's or Dillard's, but she works in one of those, and I would always go there to get my cologne because I know she works on commission. It's a sister, and she's a Facebook friend of mine. So I would always go over there, and she would always hold me about 2 or 3 of the body washes. You understand? Dillard's. Thank you, DC. I would always go over there, and shit. I would. She knew what I needed. I needed 3 of them body washes, so she would, sell them to me for $30, whatever it was. And you need that many of those bottles because they'd only come out during Christmas time. So if they only come out during Christmas, it was a one-time buy. I had 1 month, the month of November. Well, about a month and a half. The month of November and December to buy those things. And they usually go out pretty fast. They usually sell out fast. So I would grab as many as I could as I possibly can. But listen, they didn't put the shit on the wall at Love's. Can't wear it anymore. Anybody want to buy some Geo? I got some on sale for you. All right. Let's move on. Let me do some local in Cincinnati real fast. I don't have a whole lot. I just want one thing, couple things. Remember the shooting at the Kroger's on Colerain Avenue? Anybody remember that? It was last week, right? About a week and a half ago, close to 2 weeks. We're working on the second week right here. The guy that shot at the police, ran in the Kroger's. What we found out later is that the guy was actually outside doing some things, drug transaction, things of that nature. He was a dope fiend, it looked like. And maybe, I'm sure he was a drug dealer / dope fiend, or he was a dope fiend / drug dealer. He was one of the two, or maybe both. That being said, he was in court, I believe, this morning, or maybe yesterday morning. Excuse me, let me get my facts straight. He was in court yesterday, and he got a $1 million bond for shooting at the police, running in Kroger's. Did y'all see that video where when he ran in Kroger's and he pulled his gun out of that bag and he stood there and he pointed the gun at the police and he fired first? I seen the brother, the big dude that was in the store, and he looked at dude. He looked back. He looked at dude again. He looked back and he hit the floor like, pow. And I'm like, that had to be traumatizing to see that man standing there shooting a gun at the police outside the Kroger door. They actually showed the video. I should have showed it. I don't have it burned. But he was shooting at the police. And he, pow, pow, pow. Yeah. And then the police fired back. Bang, bang, bang. And they don't stop shooting. And you know what I heard? Of course, it has to be racial. Like DC said, it was a white guy too. To me, it don't really matter. It was the same shit. All right, but let me explain why, DC. Let me explain why. He shot at the police, and you know what I heard people saying, DC? See, when a white dude shoot at the police, they survive. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get this straight. Did you see the video before you said that? Not you, DC, but the people who were saying that. Did you all see the video before you said that, see, if that would have been a black guy shooting at the police, he would have been dead? All right, let me ask you this question. Did you see the dude show up in court yesterday? Did you see how many times he got shot? Did you see that he got shot in the head, ripped half his face off, shot in the eye? He survived because he was probably doped up. I don't know how anybody survives. And when they showed the video of him shooting at the police first, they didn't hesitate. They shot and shot and shot and shot. And then he ran. He was getting hit. And then he fell down on the ground and they was still shooting his ass. Bang, 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 because they shoot to kill. They shoot to kill. And then I don't think they was like, oh, let's calm down. That's a white boy. Shit. Don't squeeze no more. Ho, y'all, everybody stop. That's a white boy. No, they was shooting his ass. He just happened to be either coked up, cranked up, doped up, moped up. He was on something up. He survived. You can't get shot that many times and survive unless you on some type of, you on something. And then to be able to walk in court with fragments inside of you from 2 weeks ago, come on, man. That boy should be dead, but I'm glad he's not dead because I want him to pay the price. Now, the life thing is the ultimate price. But to put those people life in danger because of your drug habits or your drug needs or your money want, your money grab, the people in that store will never be the same. Hell, I can't go in Kroger after seeing spoiled milk or spoiled food. I ain't going back. Can you imagine being one of those people that was listening to the guns? And you know us, there ain't a black person in that Kroger that didn't know that somebody shot up, that a white dude shot up a grocery store up in Michigan. There ain't not one of us that don't know about that story. And you know somebody had to be thinking like, oh my God, the store getting shot up. Wow. I would have. I checked on every one of my friends that live in that area and that I know who visits the Kroger over there. I had two of my friends tell me I don't even go in that Kroger. I don't go in. I do that, what they do, the ordering, where you order it online and they deliver it to your house. That seems to be the new thing now. That's what they do. I'm like, word, that makes sense. That makes sense to me. Yeah. That man survived all those shots. He got shot in the head. He walked in court yesterday morning without a patch on. He lost the eye. He got shot in the head, in the face, in the head. Went in, went out. They stitched him up. Gave him a $1 million bond. They were shooting to kill. He just got lucky. And he got hit in the back a lot because he was down on the ground. After he fell to the ground. They still pow, pow, pow. I don't blame him. You shot at me first. You pointed your gun at me. I'm going home tonight. I got shit to do tomorrow. I got a wife. I got kids. I ain't got time to be dealing with somebody that don't have a problem shooting me. He survived those shots. So I just wanted to mention that. Another thing I wanted to mention. Mama Birch was good. I did a show about a month ago. And it was a revise. It was a revised show. It was a revised conversation of something that we talked about some time ago. And it was about 3CDC and the opportunities that lie downtown in Cincinnati for small business owners or first-time business owners or, expansion business owners and things of that nature. I brought that, a lot of people gave me some flack because it sounded like I was defending 3CDC. You got to understand, I'm not always defending your enemy. It might sound like I'm defending your enemy. Maybe I'm just putting you in a position to think like a winner instead of thinking like 3CDC is doing something to you. Maybe they do have advantages. And I was listening and I heard, they didn't bought another property. Now here they are, they getting $30 million to do this and $30 million to do that. And they moved the Fountain Square to $6 million, got $10 million to move this Fountain Square 6 inches across the dang on road or the street or whatever. People just like to complain. But what I find kind of weird about people complaining is this. The people that complain are not the ones that are losing out on the opportunity. Who understood what I just said? The people that complain the most are not the ones that are losing out on the opportunity. It's not like they were like, hey, man, I got a construction company. And y'all sold it to 3CDC, and you just excluded me. You just took me all the way out of the picture. This is why I can't grow as a company. You're not even that. You're not even competing against who you bitching about. Explain to me why you have so much interest and who's come to you and said, well, they chose 3C. That's kind of hard with my retainer. Sorry. They chose 3CDC over my company. How many of you all can say that? How many of you all put a bid in for a project that 3CDC is working on? How many of us have done it? But now let's do a count. Let's do a count of heads. How many of us have bitched and complained about the perks and the benefits that 3CDC get? And see, for those that thought I was defending them, I'm not defending them. I understand the complaint. But in order to complain, I think you have to you got to have some substance behind it. You got to have something to say, you have cheated me out of your advancement. If I'm not competing with them, how can I bitch about them? So I look at it like this. When people was complaining about, or when people said that I was taking up for 3CDC and all that old shit, it rolls off my back, trust me. It rolls off because they're not even thinking rationally. They're not even, that's not a competitor of yours. And you can't name a person that's competing against them. And if you could, you would. If you had a name or a business that was competing up against them, you would bring it up because it would be a valid argument. So now my approach was, let's not bitch about what 3CDC gets. Let's take advantage of what they get. Are they doing these things and telling us that we can't be part of their project? Is that what we facing? So what was my solution to the problem? Because everybody say, well, Wyatt, you talk about the problems and you say things different than everybody say. You want to have a problem with the people who have a problem, but you don't never have no solutions. Well, yes, I do. You just don't like my solutions. The solution to the problem of 3CDC is use 3CDC's money. They're your bank. And people don't even think that way. They so much want to be bitching about everything. They don't know that 3CDC just put up $1.2 million that you don't have to refurbish your business that'll give you a fraction of the cost to establish a brand new business, build your book of business on, and then break out of there. Use it for about 4 or 5 years. Build your book of business, move on, and go buy you something. And you can thank them for their investment later. If you don't think I know what I'm talking about, all you got to do, and I don't mean to say this, I don't mean to be, I shouldn't put nobody's business out there, and I don't know the intricacies of the deal, so I'm not like it's not like I'm spreading something out there that like I'm putting somebody's business out there. But I want to just pay attention to a few things about 3CDC that we don't talk about. Remember when I said they got all those businesses down, them buildings down there that have all these for rent and for lease signs in them, and we sitting there talking about opportunities, and we're talking about businesses and how much money they making, and we're not putting our names on those doors. Now, if you pay attention, a couple years ago when I said that, if you notice how some of those 3CDC projects are coming along with some of the small businesses, a few of them happen to be black. So let's keep on thinking that I'm a lunchbox. Let's keep on thinking that I'm cheering for who you think the bad guy is. The truth of the matter is, if you go down and take advantage of their money, let them put the front. They fronting the money. Do you know how much it costs to rehab a building? And then it's something that you can walk away if your project don't work. Let me read this. Christy Winger says 3CDC has their hands in a lot. They're supposed to. Where are our hands at? If they told you can buy the Macy's buildings for $15, and these are real numbers because they sell these buildings for $1. If they told you right now that you can go buy the Macy's store, the Macy's building for $1, do you have the $2 or $3 million it's going to take to refurbish it, to rehab it? If they told you can buy a house or a 2-unit commercial space downtown on Liberty, If they told you that you can get it for $1, do you have the $350,000 it's going to take to rehab it? Or to split it and do what you need to do to make a commercial space? Do you have it? And I'm not saying cut a check. Do you have means to go invest that money to make that space look like what 3CDC is doing? Do we have the means to do that? We do, but do we do it? You mad at somebody that's showing you, that's giving you a blueprint. You mad at that. Y'all act like 3CDC is something brand new. They got 3CDCs in Atlanta, Detroit, some of the blackest cities. They have them, and they're owned by black people. I know some people that ain't used to leaving their own backyard don't see things. They only see what's in the captured space. But the truth of the matter is 3CDC ain't that's not unique. So let me read this. AP, he says, one thing I will say, someone gave 3CDC a chance when they were small. Just do the same thing for a small black-owned business. They do. They do. Do it. Try to do it. Get a denial and then tell me. Get a denial letter and we'll go over it together. Christy says, I'm not disputing. I'm saying I don't care whose name is on it. Give me the funds. I mean, okay. Put a business plan together, and you don't need a 3CDC plan. You can go to a bank. The building is the equity within itself. Emmanuel says, I don't think it's fair to assert that a person can't complain about a perceived injustice if they aren't indirectly with the situation. How is it an injustice? It's only an injustice if somebody tell you you can't get what they have because they're somebody or somebody different. It's not an injustice. If you go down there and you say, hey, if I go down there and I say, hey, I'm Randall Wyatt and I want to do exactly what 3CDC does, here's my blueprint, here's my collateral, here's what I need to do what they do, and they turn around and tell me I can't do it, then you might have a point. But show me a person that's being told that they don't qualify for tax abatements. Show me a business that's doing what they're doing. Show me somebody that's in their lane and they're just being thrown out of that lane because of who they are. Show me that. And then we might have a conversation. But it's not an injustice if they're doing something that's available throughout the country. And they're not the only ones that's doing it. There's black companies that's doing what 3CDC is doing. They're just not doing it here. It's not an injustice. So now, some people are starting to listen. Let's get back to the whole point. Look at the black businesses that are now taking advantage of what 3CDC is doing in Cincinnati. Some people that would have never been able to come up with that much capital to take over a building. I'll give you a perfect example. I ain't trying to put nobody out there, but y'all know me and Lando grew up together. He from down the way. We went to school together. He a good dude. He been a promoter his whole life. Everybody in the city of Cincinnati up there know him. Look at his dream come true. Do you think Lando was going to put up $3 million? He's been a working man his whole life. He deserves everything that he has worked for at this point. He done threw old school parties, new school parties. He has done everything in the city of Cincinnati to promote good, to bring in old school salt and peppers, all that. And now his dream is coming true at a fraction of what it would have cost if he would have had to do it on his own. So you can get mad and try to twist it all up all you want to. The truth of the matter is, that's the blueprint of what I was talking about 2 years ago. And I can tell you right now, my brother Lando put it in motion. He put it in motion. If it cost him $250,000, it didn't cost him 1.5. And what did he do? He built a relationship with 3CDC by doing things on the Fountain Square, doing shows, getting promotions, working with the radio station, being involved. working his resources. The man is a genius when it comes to that. I don't care what you say about him or if it's good or bad. I know his capabilities, and I know him and his family deserve what they getting right there. I know he deserve it. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. I didn't see the man grind. I've worked with him. Him and I done some things together, and he know it. He know it. Bottom line is, like I said, I don't want to put no business out there, but Lando know that I got his back. He know I got his back. We done some things. He didn't got at me and said, help out with this, and I ain't never had no problem helping out. It got to one point, one of my partners came home. Y'all know what I'm talking about. One of my partners came home, and we all grew up together with Lando, and I told him, hey, look, I'm on board. Just give me a budget, and let's make it happen. And that's what they did. I'm not even involved in it. I wasn't even involved. I showed up, but I wasn't involved in it. Lando deserve it. Because I'm going to tell y'all something right now. We talk about all working together. He won't say this shit, but I will. Y'all talking about working together and all this old shit. There was promoters in the city, bar owners, promoters, a whole lot of people that was doing what Lando was doing, and they was hating on him. He ain't going to come out and say it. Maybe some of y'all seen some posts over the years, but he's gotten away from all that type of talk. But a lot of people used to hate on him. And it would be people whose businesses y'all was going in to patronize. And they would hate on him. They would hate on him, and he would be like, hey, man, you ain't going to believe this, bro. They called the artists that I was bringing in. They called them and or they booked somebody that same weekend that I'm doing such and such. I mean, I didn't see the hate come from the city on that dude from left to right. Left to right. And I don't even talk like that. I don't even talk like that when it comes to people and how they do their business. All I'm gonna say to you is this. I'm glad he was able to take care of what he took care of to be able to put his dream in motion. Because a lot of us don't pursue our dreams. We think about our dreams. We sleep on our dreams. But a lot of us don't put our dreams in motion. And then when we start, we get shoved a little bit. We start to wake up like, damn, I was having a dream. And then we forget about it until we fall back asleep and start dreaming about our dream again. And then we don't pursue it. Donna said, I remember that. That was your nephew. It was your nephew. See what I'm saying? But the truth of the matter is, we got to learn how to take advantage of some of these opportunities instead of seeing them for what people want you to think they are. You understand what I'm saying? I said, use 3CDC's money. They're a bank. If you got a dream and you got an opportunity, use their money. What did I tell you? Those buildings down there, when we did that live broadcast downtown over on Finley Market, all I did was I walked around and took pictures of all the opportunity down there. And what show was that? Remember we had that show, fam? Remember we had that show and the little brother called? He probably was a super nice guy. But his mentality was nowhere near what we was doing at that time. He called in and he was nice. And he meant what he said. But, his mind is gone with other things. He's occupied in a space that don't get you too many places. It keep you in neutral. What did he say? Yeah, that's all good and all, man. That's all good and all. You right. They do have a bunch of those buildings down there available and this and that. And but we can't do nothing with them. They ain't got no liquor license. Now, what I'm gonna say to that? So all we can do is sell beer and cigarettes. That's all we can do in the neighborhood that we call our own. We can't open up a tax thing. We can't go get a certificate. You don't have to go get a PhD in income tax filing. You don't have to do that. Them people at the damn H&R Blocks are independent. They work for those places. They have a certificate. You could go get a 3-month, 3-course certificate to do those things. Our people spending all this money with all these little tax places, H&R Block getting hit in the head for, if they getting $6,000, they get $2,000 next week because H&R Block don't flip it for them, give them 4,000 of the 6,000, they make 2,000 and give your ass 4,000. Why can't we do that? All my contractors that I use, my heating and air conditioning, Lamont, these guys I went to school with at Withrow. I know they baby mamas. I know they women. I know they brothers. I know they sisters. I know they fathers. They all could have little places down there. Retail. When was the last time you bought a perm from a black-owned store? The barbershop I go to in Cincinnati, what's up, big perm? Directly across the street is an old, I don't know what it used to be. It used to be a CVS. Used to be, them old CVS buildings. And it's converted into a hair store that sells everything to us. I've never seen a white person walk in there. They sell perms, they sell wigs, they sell rollers, they sell clippers, they sell hair trimmers, they sell earrings, they sell everything that we want. And they not even us. And we say ain't no opportunity. The brother said, he told us on the phone, on the show, he said, man, I know, yeah, you're right. It is a bunch of places down here by Friendly Market. There is a lot of places, 3CDC do have a whole bunch of people down here. Yeah, I mean, a lot of places down here. Yeah, you right. But they won't give us no chance. Huh? Yeah, they not even giving out no liquor license. What I'm going to say? What do I say to that? Yeah, you're right, bro. We need another bar. We need another cold beer spot. We have a whole lot more to offer that community. And 3CDC invest all that money down there. I'm not saying that they are, super righteous. They're a business. They're y'all know I don't really rock with nonprofit organizations. They are a nonprofit organization that profits. They get the perks and the benefits of a nonprofit status, but yet they have put themselves in a position to be able to profit and mix the two. And they're not doing anything that you and I can't do if we know how to do it. And when I start talking like that, then I get all this pushback from people. I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. Well, prove me wrong. Don't tell me I'm wrong. Don't tell me where I'm missing something. Show me. That's all you got to show me where I'm wrong. Lando is a receipt. Now he ain't gonna like this because me and Lando, I could call him right now. That's my bro. All right, he's a little older than me. That's my big bro. But at the same time, we don't talk like this. I don't really have no business even bringing his name up in my conversation, to be honest with you. He a good dude. If he was a dirty, rotten scoundrel, I definitely wouldn't be saying his name. But he ain't never backdoored me. He ain't never done none of that shit. So all I can tell you is I know the backdoor scoundrel people in the city of Cincinnati. I've done business with a few of them on purpose, just so I could be able to say that that's who they are. I'm telling you, bro, sometimes you got to put your hand in the fire on purpose. All right, I got to get off of that because I only have so much time. I got some things I got to do. Let me say this. Yeah, Kim Everhart said they will go in the fish and hooks, but won't buy a waffle from the Waffle Man on Reading and Dale. I never heard of that place, to be honest with you. There's a waffle place, a Waffle Man or something like that on Reading. I'm gonna have to check that out when I get back to Cincinnati. Somebody send me that in the Wyatt Live DM, in the Wyatt Live message group. Somebody put that waffle spot in there if you could, Kim. If you know it, I'd be interested in seeing that. Let me just say this to you. Remember we did a show a little while ago and I brought up Chad Johnson? I brought up Chad, Ocho Cinco, used to play with the Bengals. And he was talking about how hot the Cincinnati women were, and Cincinnati women can compete with all the women across this country, especially Atlanta. He was like, the Cincinnati women were better than the Atlanta girls. Cincinnati got it. Well, Chad Johnson went to bat again for Cincinnati. Did y'all know that? I had it. I didn't think y'all would be interested in it, but since this conversation came up, I don't have the video anymore, but him and Shannon Sharp were talking again in that same conversation. He brought Cincinnati up again. He brought up Cincinnati about this dude that has this truck. And I think it might be that waffle dude. Now, it was, what do they call those? Yeah, it was like what do they call those things that you get at the carnivals? And they're like hell, I used to get them at Kings Island with my kids all the time. What was that? The funnel cakes, right? And he was on there talking about how Cincinnati had the best funnel cakes. And then he plugged the brother's truck. Thanks, Tiffany Daniels' funnel cake. Thanks, Steven Speed, funnel cake. Thank Christy, funnel cake. But anyway, I appreciate it. I want them, hey, keep it coming. But he was on Shannon Sharp's show talking about Cincinnati got the best funnel cakes. And then he was talking about the brother who had the funnel cake spot. And then I get on the Facebook or the internet, whatever it was, some social media, and I'm watching the Cincinnati Bengals go over and start buying funnel cakes from this brother during their OTR, they training camp. I'm on his website and I'm like, oh, this is dope. The word of mouth is powerful, especially when you use it for a positive thing. That upped that man's business, I'm sure, especially if those funnel cakes are good. That's what I'm talking about. We don't need no Darius Cook coming in here hating on the damn funnel cake guy. Oh, it didn't have enough strawberry. That strawberry was bitter. Get your ass down somewhere, bro. Don't be messing up my city. Ocho Cinco, we appreciate you. We really appreciate you, bro, for shouting out Cincinnati, whether I believe the women are stronger, better looking and all that. You tried. You shot. I ain't mad at you. I'm not mad at you, brother. I appreciate you going to work for us. And then he shouted out the brother's funnel cake spot, and I'm watching the Bengals go up there, and I'm, hey, I think one of them rushed Boosie one too or something like that. When the rapper Boosie came in town and they rushed him one of them funnel cakes, he went over to the spot. That's what you need to do. That's what we got to do. That's what the hell I'm talking about. Shit, put a funnel cake spot in every neighborhood. That's how I look at it. Let's funnel cake their ass to death. Let's do it. But yeah, it takes that type of support. It takes that type of support. And once you get your dream started, like this man might want to be the funnel cake king. I don't know. But once you get your dream started, it's not up to you anymore. It's not really up to you. You have to be consistent. Your level of consistency will pay off. Now it's up to us, the people outside your doors. It's up to us to come in there, patronize your business, keep you open. It's up to us. Clyde Bennett, I like Clyde Bennett. All right, I might not agree with everything. I don't agree with everything no one says. No one does. But Clyde Bennett said something so powerful about a year ago. I got flack for it. He got flack for it. That's why he don't say shit. He don't say nothing because he about his business. He gonna do what he got to do to handle his clients. I love that about him. The man just move on. He pushing. He keep it pushing. You don't like it, so what? But now that's how his attitude is, and that's mine too. But now let me tell you what he said. Y'all remember when what was that? Alabama Fish was shut down for about a month. Well, how long was it shut down? 6 months? Because they were doing their rehab of the building, reconstruction and expansion. And they were shut down for like 6 months, was damn near the whole summer. Clyde Bennett went on social media. And like I said, I don't really like bringing names, but when it's positive, I will. Now, if this was a criticism of Clyde, I probably wouldn't be saying it like this. I don't have any criticisms of him, but I'm just saying, like, in this particular case, he made a very powerful statement. And he said it sure would be nice if we stood outside our restaurants waiting to be served like we wait outside of Alabama's. Now, some people might not appreciate that. There's a level of discomfort from people when you say things like that, because there are some counters to something like that. Well, give me a restaurant worth standing outside for. That would be a legitimate argument. Give me a restaurant that I'm willing to wait 45 minutes like I would at Applebee's. See, because y'all know when you pull up on a Friday night or a Saturday night at Applebee's or Outback or something like that, they're usually jam-packed. And it's anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes, 45-minute max wait. And we'll be like, okay, and you take that little shit that light up and vibrate in your hand, and then you go get your table. You're willing to wait 45 minutes for one of them. So Clyde made a powerful statement. He said, it sure would be nice if we stood outside the businesses in a line like that for our businesses. I'm going to tell you something. I had already had a lot of respect for Clyde Bennett, but that gave me more. That gave me a different kind of respect for him. I have a professional level. I have a professional respect for him at a high level, but my level of away from the office got high for him because of that statement. Sierra said Applebee's, Outback. Oh, no. It's lines for those all nows. It's lines. What, you too good, Sierra Brooks? You too good for Applebee's? You about to get me started on a whole nother conversations. You getting me started on a whole nother conversation, Sierra, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna stick to where I'm at. Let me say this before I move on. Let me take a sip. I want to give a special shout out to my brothers. Only certain brothers. I want to give a shout out to all the real men this weekend. Sunday, I believe, is Father's Day. Now, I don't know what in the hell my kids have in store for me. I don't know. But I want to say shout out to all the brothers who are doing the right thing. Fellas, we don't get the respect that we deserve. We don't get the same type of holiday that y'all women get. See, a lot of ladies don't understand. It's just as hard as being a father as it is a mother. Y'all think y'all do everything. Y'all do a lot, but y'all don't do it all. Y'all don't do it all. But being a father is tough. Being a man of the family and being a father and being an example for your kids and being there for them folks is tough. Old man told me a long time ago. He said, man, when you have a problem, Wyatt, you have a problem. When your wife have a problem, y'all have a problem. When you have a problem, Wyatt, you have a problem. When your kids have a problem, y'all have a problem. And I was like, yeah, I get it. And the reason why I say things like that is because I know it's obvious. It's an obvious statement. We know that it's true. We know what it is. But what a lot of people don't understand is why I reinforce certain positions with people is because of this. It might be in DC's head, in Daryl Carpenter's head of what I just said. And nobody's reinforcing it in him. No one feels the same way. He thinks no one feels that same way because no one's telling him how they feel. You see what I'm saying? And I just use DC as an example for argument's sake. I'm just saying, like, sometimes it's important to hear things that you're feeling. It's important to feel that, to hear it from someone that's feeling the same way, because it kind of makes you feel like, okay, I'm not the only one. I get it. I get it. But being a father is tough, a real father. I ain't talking about a part-time daddy. I'm not talking about a part-time father. I ain't talking about one that come pick your kid up on Saturday, take him to the Reds game or the Bengal game and bring his ass back. I ain't talking about the father that come pick the kid up from your house that y'all done had together. He come pick your kid up, y'all kid up, and take him over his grandparents, over his mother and daddy house and leave him. And he gone back to doing what he doing. And now his mother and father watching the kid. I ain't talking about that type of dude. I'm talking about a father that has had perfect attendance in their kid's life. I can't think that I've ever taken a day off. I'm talking about us, fellas. I'm talking about us. I'm talking about the guys that got perfect attendance. Yeah. The only time we gonna miss a game or if we gonna miss something is because we at work. But we come home and we hear the stories about how they scored so many points, how they, we hear this. That's why we not there. My sister Tracy Dillingham, I don't know if she here today, but y'all heard her say something about, well, my husband, and this is just regular family shit right here. This is how families work. No, her husband bust his ass. He works for UPS. He's out there. Look, some of the hardest working people in this country are the UPS guys. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? They stay working till 7 and 8 o'clock. They can't go home till the last package is gone. So they stay to work 6, 7, 8, sometime 9 o'clock at night. Maybe your son got a basketball game at 6:30 and he's still working. And he don't get home till about 8:45, 9 o'clock at night. But he missed his son's game. That's not an absent father. That's a father that's taking care of shit to keep that home together. That's not an absent father. And you can't even say that that's a father that has missed a day at work for his kids. No, he's working. Shout out to the fathers, man. We don't get enough love. I got a clip. Somebody said something. I think it was let me see something. Let me see if I could find that clip of let me see something here. I don't know if this is even going to meet into what I was talking about. While I'm looking for that clip, let me go to the phone lines real fast if you guys don't mind. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
What up, Wyatt? This is the Black Knot Democrat, the only one you know.
Drop. What's going on? That's not true. You're not the only Black Knot Democrat that I know a few black guys that are not Democrats. Uh-oh.
It's time for you.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. You're breaking up on us. Hold on. Let me make sure it's not. Okay, Drop, you there?
Yep.
Okay,
I'm here.
Okay, go ahead, brother. I'm sorry you were fading out on us.
So shout out to all the Black Knot Democrats and BFTs in your chat, in the Facebook chat, in the YouTube chat. Call them out, since you said there's plenty of them other than me.
Oh,
Call them out.
Well, maybe they may not be on here, but I mean, I got some people that I know.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Are you telling me all these people that I hear call in and the ones where I read their chats, none of them are Black, not Democrats, Wyatt?
No, there's some black folks on here that don't that don't claim.
Okay.
No, seriously. I mean, I don't think
I disagree. I disagree.
You think everybody on here is a Democrat?
No, I said there are a lot of people that are black.
Okay.
Obviously, the majority of the people that listen to you and talk to you are black.
Okay.
I think it's a lot of them that are not Democrat. And especially on top of what's happened the last few years under this Democrat president who had 2 years of Congress in his party was the majority, 2 years, and he ain't passed no agenda on nothing that was so-called for black people, because his own black female vice president said in an interview that she wasn't going to do nothing specifically for black people. So Wyatt, you can't name one? I got one right off the top of my head.
Okay, well, you tell us. You tell us what you done.
Twin.
Oh, well, yeah. I think Twin is just an independent. I think that Yeah, I think he's.
And one more, just for me to run it up.
Okay.
Been about that check.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't argue that.
So thank you for we finally getting into the right place very quickly.
Okay.
Because I think a lot of people, why though, this year, and like I said, because of people like you, they starting to not necessarily look to be Republicans, but they're starting to seriously question why them and other black people that they know blindly vote for the Democrats. That's all. That's all. Well, and then I wanted to wish you a happy Father's Day.
Same to you, brother.
I wasn't one of those fathers, Wyatt. Me and my daughter didn't develop a relationship until she was graduating from high school.
Okay.
So I wanted to give a shout out to you because I was listening to that as I was just walking in the door. I said, let me see what Wyatt talking about because it's Friday. I ain't got no job.
I hear you.
So,
I ain't mad at you. I'm jealous.
I want to give a shout out to all the real fathers that you were describing. I'm sure it's a lot of them in your chat and a lot of people that listen to you, Wyatt. So you keep promoting Black fatherhood, Black families, Black marriage, Black wealth, Black awareness, and Black control of our own life.
Hey, I do have a question. Are you about to punch out right now, or you got a time for a question?
It's your show, bro.
Well, I didn't. Yeah, that's true. But I was just wondering what your time was looking like.
No, I just got back. I took my 6 mile ride to Walmart, so I'm good.
I put a post out on my I put a post out on my Facebook page and on my IG page and a few other pages, couple pages, and it got absolutely no traction at all. I don't know if you've seen it or not. I know a few people.
I only mess around on Twitter. That's it.
All right, let me see. I think DC is the only one that made a comment about it. I'm just on my page now, and DC is the only one that made a comment. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but you know, the White House did a Juneteenth celebration.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and there was some acts there and singers, you know, some singing acts.
Yeah, all them old ass washed up Black entertainers. No, because that's all they got.
I wouldn't agree with that. I wouldn't say
they can't get no young people there to perform. Wyatt. Well, it's over. They've been exposed.
Well, honestly, I don't know if young people would want to go there. Well, I don't know if they would want some of the young acts to go there these days because of the music of young people today, respectfully. But they did have, I don't mean that respectfully for them. I'm saying to you, respectfully, I disagree. But I will say this, Kurt Franklin, I don't think is washed up. I think that he is very much a prime entertainer.
He's been around 30 years, Wyatt.
That don't make him washed up.
I said he's old. He's old. He's got a different demographic.
You said that's old. You said old, washed up entertainers that nobody wants to see.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, and
I stand corrected.
No, and I'm not attacking you. I'm just saying that's why I stood up for Kurt Franklin because I'm kind of a fan of his music myself, but I don't think I would go watch him. Okay, but just to be honest, I do like Kurt Franklin, but I wouldn't buy a ticket to go see him. I don't like him like that. All right, so just to make it even on our argument, but my whole point of bringing that up is, remember when people were giving me a hard time? Well, not necessarily giving me a hard time, but they were giving that guy, Tim Scott, the Black Republican, a hard time because he said something about, I love this guy when he said that about Trump. Remember when he said that? Well, I'm trying to figure out where all those people are right now when they go watch a video or they watch on CNN. They've shown it on several different platforms, and they show this grown-ass man kissing the hand of Joe Biden. Did you see that?
I didn't see that clip.
Can you see your screen?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's a slight delay, but I'm looking right now.
What's that guy named Billy?
Oh, that's Billy Porter.
Yeah, Billy Porter.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the only one that I got any traction from on this post right here was DC. And DC said, "Oh man, that ain't no big deal. That ain't no different than those dumbass black folks who wear Trump's N-word for Trumps." I agree. I agree with him. I agree with DC. It ain't no different to me. But what I want to hear is I want all the people who was talking about Tim Scott or whatever that guy's name is. I want y'all to talk about how he's an ass kiss, but ain't nobody got no energy for this man bending his knee and kissing this man on the hand like he's some God almighty or something. And then if
Wyatt, can you put that picture back up? The one where Billy Parker finally comes up and you see that image right there is what I've been saying. Now go to the next one, the next photo.
Oh, okay. You're talking about the one where he just shakes the hand. That's enough right there. That's
okay,
how you
but when you see that photo, that is the exact example when I say the black divide is real. Look at that. We got Billy Porter, a black non-binary entertainer. We got a white man who's the husband of the first Black/Indian/Jamaican female vice president, and flanking them is Jim Crow, Joe Biden, the one and only greatest white folks in the Democrat Party. So just looking at that, Wyatt, that's what I'm telling you right now. That is what's making the younger black generation question the Democrat Party. Because like you always say, they hear one thing when it's time for you to vote, but then they see something totally different once they get in the White House. So Wyatt, like I said, brother, it's more people like you. And sometimes,
but it got no traction.
The algorithms gonna shut your shit down, and people ain't gonna see it.
I told them yesterday. I'm waiting for the blowback. I'm waiting for 15. No, I'm waiting for 30.
You're not gonna get it.
No. I'm waiting for 32 heavyset white ladies to accuse me of drugging a Kroger brand Fanta, Kroger brand tea, or whatever. I'm waiting for them to come and say, Wyatt did this to me 13 years ago. He spiked my Kroger brand high C or Kroger brand soda. I mean, I'm waiting for it because it's starting to, all I do is pull up, and I'm trying to ask people, like, where's the energy? Where's the energy for calling somebody a coon? And they got mad because Tim Scott said, I love this guy. Put his hands on top of his, and you can hear them talk about it every day, all day. And that's all they needed to call somebody out of their name.
But that's what they do, Wyatt, because they think it works. Wyatt, I was listening to Al Sharpton when I was riding my bike back from the Walmart. This fool is actually telling his listeners, look at Trump. He all up at the White House again, back at the Capitol. And everybody, they right behind him. They supporting him. And I'm like, bro, do you know who your audience is? And see, that's why they think that is going to make black people rush to vote for Democrats. Bro, it don't work. You got.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question that you might have an answer for. No, seriously. Now we're about to do another thing with Ukraine. Their president has
10-year deal.
Yeah, their president has come back to America. It seemed like he's just pimping because he only show up when he needs money.
He got what he wanted. They signed a 10-year guaranteed money.
And let's be honest. This is not necessarily a Joe Biden thing. This is how America run thing in position. Because I think Trump would do the same thing. I don't know. I could be wrong. But I think this is an America thing. But I find it very disrespectful that Ukraine tends to show up every time they need $1. They only showing up and they just part of what we doing. That president show up when it's time to get a check. And I'm like, bro, this is ridiculous to me. And it don't be no small numbers, bro. It be a long ass, it be some zeros on them checks. You hear what I'm saying to you?
Right. But see, Wyatt, what you're talking about is not going to touch the average black voter. But that picture of Billy Parker, gay, non-binary, whatever, a black woman, first black president with her white husband and the white guy who used her to pander to black folks to get the vote back in 2020.
And you know what's crazy about this picture? Hold on, let me give you this one last thing, because my picture doesn't show, my frame doesn't show who's next to Joe on his left-hand side, which would be closer to where we are. That's George Floyd's brother standing next to him.
Wyatt.
And we don't have I mean, come on, bro. Come on.
Wyatt, nobody knows who that guy is. I thought that was the NFL commentator on ESPN. Nope. I can't think his name.
Nope. That's George Floyd's brother. He looked
just like him.
That's George Floyd's brother.
Okay. But again, I get it, Wyatt, but I'm telling you, this event did not get a lot of coverage, okay? Because it wasn't positive for Joe Biden if you saw some of the images that were out there. It wasn't a positive thing. Wyatt, how can the first Black female president go out and promote Black families when she's married to a white guy?
But wait a minute.
Have you ever heard her say anything?
Well, that's kind of an oxymoron, don't you think? I mean, to be honest with you, but I mean, it really is. You're gonna go out there.
Look at the issues. Look at the issues because her president put her in charge of: abortion and immigration.
The abortion that's a win for her. She can win that. But you got to understand all the other things. I told people on my show, they didn't want to hear it. They didn't like it. But I told them Joe Biden just set her up for failure because she's not going to win those arguments of the border and those other things that she's in charge of. She's not going to win that. And I felt like he was setting her up for failure. He only used her for, and people know it. It's not a secret. Even Democrats know that he used her, just like all the presidents use their vice presidents to grab a market of people, a certain section of people. They all do that. However, let me just say this to you.
Wyatt, but see, here's the deep part about it, Wyatt. The reason that I think Joe Biden was forced to select Kamala Harris, the woman who stood on the 2020 Democrat debate stage and 1%. Called Joe Biden a racist to his face.
Right.
They needed to keep her ass in check.
I understand. And that's the same one who was polling out. She was actually not, she had 1% of the Democrat vote at that time. She was pretty much losing. She dropped out of the race and then he brought her in as a VP. Now, that just doesn't, that's like, it's not like the same position. I guess it's the same position that your man Trump would have if he did that with Nikki Haley. You see what I'm saying? Because Nikki Haley, the difference is Nikki Haley probably has a different base than Kamala Harris does. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, as far as like a bigger base, I think that Nikki Haley would be, and it's not that I like her over Kamala. I'm saying
no, but there's a word for it. There's a word for it.
What's that word?
That they've used in other presidential elections. It's called gravitas.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense.
Because they tried to use that on the lady that John McCain chose. I forgot her name. But that white lady from Alaska.
Yes.
Sarah Palin.
Yes.
Right? They try to say, oh, look, how you going to pick her to be next in line for the president? She governor of Alaska. She ditzy. And she got a body like a Playboy model.
Right.
But then what does Joe Biden do?
I mean, come on.
He picks a woman that was a prosecutor. Yes, she was elected to the Senate. But again, no national security, no gravitas.
Right, I understand.
But it was a different thing because it was Democrats doing it versus Republicans. And we all know that the media are willing accomplices of the desperate Democrats. But now we have people like you, Wyatt Live and other shows, to check the media and make sure that shit is put out the way it's supposed to be.
Well, I mean, I don't, all I do is try to spread not necessarily the hate, but like, I just don't like when people only talk about one side of the political party as if, like yesterday, I don't know if you've seen the show yesterday. I played some of Barack Obama's clips of his speeches. I think he's the best speech, presenter ever in office. I can't think of anybody else that's ever been better than him. That being said, the same thing that he said in his speeches, if you say that today, if Trump said it or a Republican, if Tim Scott said it, he would be known as being a racist, a coon, a homophobe, and all those things. And Barack Obama just said the same thing years ago. And he was talking about we can't let 500,000 people come across the border. That would be insane. We got over 5 million. And it's like, what are y'all talking? I mean, it's crazy.
No, hey, why? Remember that back then they used to say, we got to pass immigration because we got 10 million living in the shadows. Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, they living in the shadows. They scared to turn people. Oh, they scared. They living in the shadows. Now, the Democrats are saying, fuck it. They out in the open now, and we letting them in. You had one Democrat that said we need people to pick fruit. We need people to clean houses.
I heard it all.
And another one said, well, we need them to build up our population because ain't nobody having babies no more.
I heard them all. And if a white man said that shit about these damn immigrants, oh my God.
But see again, Wyatt, like I said, brother, the closer we get, it's 140 something days until November 5th. Actually, it's actually less days because some states began early voting like the last week of October or sometime in October.
Okay.
So you keep doing your thing, brother. And like I said, you may not be a political show, but in these coming months, you are not going to be able to avoid it. Oh, before I go, can you name the three so-called Black agenda plans that were on the table in 2020? One from Trump, one from Ice Cube, and then one from the Democrat Party.
Yeah, I can name them.
Go ahead.
Ice Cube's, I believe, was the Black Agenda or something like that. What
contract?
The Black Contract.
Contract with Black America.
Biden's was the Lift Every Voice plan.
Okay, and Trump's was?
The Platinum Plan.
Okay, which one of those plans do you think is in the news today?
Bro, I think you puzzled me with that one. I don't know.
Hey,
because I don't see
2024.
I don't see any of them active. Right. I don't see any of them active.
Google Platinum Plan today. Trump is going somewhere. I don't remember the exact city, but it's going to be with a bunch of Black folks.
He's going to Detroit.
And there you go.
He's on his way to Detroit. Then he's on his way to Detroit. Then he's going to Chicago. That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem for some people.
Bro, you're going to be showing a lot of photos from that event that they will not show on CNN or MSNBC.
Okay.
Because it's going to be huge. I can tell you right now, they are scared to death of the Trump train because Black votes matter in 2024. That's all I got, Wyatt. Thank you for taking my call.
I appreciate
it. Shout out to all the Black Not Democrats that's in the chat today. Peace out, y'all.
Take it easy, Drop. Thanks for engaging. Have a great weekend. That's Drop Squad 52 out of California, y'all. I'm going to try to get back on track of what I was saying. I think I was talking about fathers, the Father's Day thing. But Drop always brings different energy. Sometimes we like to hear it. Sometimes we don't like to hear it. It is what it is. But, I'm a firm believer that presidents and all those guys up in Washington, D.C., they say what they need to say and they push agendas and, they're good string music for people. Me, I'm a firm believer that local politics mean more. I would rather have a mayor on my side that's moving the needle for me and my people locally. It's not going to make much difference to me who the president is in the United States. Not immediately. I think the president plays a more pivotal part in the future of what's going on in your life versus what's going on in your life right now. I think some of the things that you do that are set up now have repercussions in the future. And some things that you set up now have benefits in the future. All I can tell you is this. This is what I do know. I watch a lot of different news outlets. I listen to the ones that have propaganda because let me just say this to you. You can pick whichever one you think it is that I watch that is propaganda. I don't care. I know who I am. I know what I watch. I know what my conscience tells me, and I can watch how money move, and it tells me what I need to know. Check this out. I've been piecing things together. This is how I was able to answer some of the questions that Drop asked. Because some things I believe in, some things I don't, but I want to be prepared to be able to answer a question. He asked me where Trump was going, and I said, well, he's going to Detroit. The reason why I know he's going to Detroit is because I watched an interview with former chief of Cincinnati, former chief of Detroit, Chief Craig. Chief Craig put the announcement out that Trump is coming to Detroit. And Chief Craig said that he's been talking to the UAW members in Detroit They're not happy with the EV plan, the EV, electric vehicle plan. He knows that policy is about to put those guys out of business. They can sign a mega deal contract right now. I don't care how much they're going to make in the next year or two. Some people look past the year or two. Some people say, I got 15 years before I retire. Some people say, I got 10 years before I retire. Based on the policies that they putting in place, I'll be out of here in 3 years. Some people calculating like that. And Chief Craig said, now I put that together myself. Chief Craig just made an announcement that Trump is coming to DC and he's talking to the black community. He's going to a black church. He's going in there to talk. And they had a reverend on that show too, a preacher of a black church. They're opening the door. Don't get mad. They do that shit for Biden all the time. Biden in black churches every election year all the time. He ain't been to a black church and had a black Sunday meal in 3.5 years. Now he's showing up. Don't get mad because the other guy doing the same shit he doing. But when he go to speak to those folks in Detroit, I don't know how that conversation gonna go. But now check this out. The simple fact that he's starting to sway over into those UAWs and those unions, because those unions are saying, hey, we negotiating these contracts possibly for our own detriment. Emmanuel said, James Craig is not a reliable source for any real information. He's in Detroit. With the combination of him and the pastor, they putting on the situation to get Trump there to talk to those people, it's reliable for me. Now, I'll give you this. If Trump don't go there and he don't talk to those people in the church, and if they don't have that same position, if the UAWs up in Detroit are saying something different than what Chief Craig is saying, then oh well, then you're right. But as far as I'm concerned, looking at how the EV market hurts the manufacturing in Detroit, how could I not believe that? I don't need Chief Craig to tell me how the EV market is killing the car industry. I don't need that. I just need, he opened the can of worms of being able to say that he's coming up there and the UAW guys aren't happy with what's going on with the EV situation. And I'm looking at the car dealerships take losses. And then I'm looking at it like this. Here's another thing a lot of people aren't looking at. And I don't know if I want to get all dap into this. But you got the United States government I don't know what to call it. They're actually, I'm trying to be nice, but when you buy an EV car, there are so many perks and government backings in you buying that car where it's a tax break. They're basically giving, the taxpayers are giving the automobile companies money back on their loss. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I feel good about that. If I'm as a company gonna lose $8,000, $10,000 every time I sell an EV car, but then I'm getting this money back from the government, I don't know as a consumer, I don't know as an American that I feel good about my tax dollars being used like that. There's a lot of people that can't really afford those EV cars, even with the tax benefit. Regardless of Chief Craig being a liar, a straight shooter, or any of that, what I'm telling you I know to be a fact about these EV cars, the policies, and that the money that they're giving the car manufacturers, the government is paying these car manufacturers for every one of these cars that they sell that they've taken losses on. I don't think I like that. You're using our tax dollars. I don't know. You put your own brain on that. I don't think I like them stimulating a market that's losing. I don't think I like the taxpayers funding something that we don't really want and we can't afford. That sounds like, I don't want to use too strong of a word, but that sounds too much like dictatorship. And it's like, you gonna make us buy these electric cars, and if we can't afford them, they're gonna I don't. I think it out. It's about policy. But here's the thing about Detroit. Get back on that. The manufacturers have employees. These employees are part of a union. The unions are now starting to see that we are sitting here voting for something that's to our own demise. We're funding and backing somebody whose policies are going to take our jobs away. It makes no sense. So when Chief Craig says something about these UAWs, these unions are ready to listen, because they are starting to notice that some of these policies are going to eliminate their jobs. Yeah, it kind of makes sense that he might be telling the truth. Did you see it? Christy said, I noticed the credit when I did my taxes. Yeah. Do you have an EV? Or was it just on your questionnaire? Ron Dula. Ron said it. Ron, I got your clip, bro, that you tagged me in. That was kind of funny. That was a shot at yourself, bro. I can appreciate you for that. Much love. I would have never sent that out about myself, but it was funny. Good clip. Good clip. I gave you grief on that last clip you sent out, brother, but that was a funny one. It was a good one. If y'all didn't see it, go to Ron Dula's page. Ron said it really does seem like a dictatorship and nobody seems to notice it. Yeah, I notice it. I notice it. The problem is the people who they watch don't tell them because they don't want them to know. You don't know what you don't know. And you definitely don't know what they don't let you know. I mean, I can't say it any. I'm not here to convince I'm not trying to convince anybody. I think the information allows you to think for yourself. The more you know, the better chance you have of coming up with your own conclusions. Christy says, no, but it made me inquire. Okay, I'm sorry, the screen was moving. She said, no, but it made me inquire. Absolutely. You can get up to a $7,000 or $8,000 tax credit for an EV. You see what I'm saying? And she said also, and the solar panels. You know how much it cost it cost me to get solar panels on my house? Because when I built my house, I didn't have solar panels. Solar panels cost an extra $80,000. 80 grand. And that's a lot of money. And I don't know if you have a house, if you live, and I don't mean any disrespect, I'm just saying these from numbers. I'm talking about an average situation. I think the average home in America is $330,000. I think I remember the numbers correctly. If you have a home that's worth $330,000, maybe another 80 grand is not that bad, but that puts you over $400,000. So that puts close to about $700 or $800 more on your mortgage payment. And with interest rates being what they are today, yeah, it's easily $800 more on your mortgage payment. But you're going to give me a $7,000 a year tax credit, which is probably going to give me another, it doesn't give me $7 grand. It just allows me a $7,000 a year tax credit. So I might save $1,000 off my taxes. But how long does it, she says, pays itself back. But how long? If you buy a house today, unless you plan on living in it for the 30 years of the FH or whatever the mortgage you do, it might pay for itself that way. Chances are, if you buy a house in Avondale next week and it's your first home, chances are you're only going to stay in it 10 years. So why would I go out and give $80,000 to put solar panels on a house I paid $200,000 for? Now I got $80,000 into the solar panels. I'm going to be here for 10 years. I haven't put a dent into the solar panels. I added value to the house, but now I got to hope somebody going to come in. I just took $80,000 out of my equity by adding $80,000 onto the top of the price. I mean, so you have to expect the next person to come in to buy your house in 10 years. You think you're going to make a $150,000 equity move. That's just far. Unless you're in a thriving community, that's going to be hard to do. That's going to be hard to do in today's market, to have $150,000. Now, I could be wrong. I'm just talking about how houses and how things are moving now. Can you have $150,000 worth of equity in 10 years on a home? Absolutely. But it all depends on your community. Now, it take a lot for a home to lose equity, for you to be in a negative position. It take a lot for you to be in that position, but it happens because it's not about the house. It's about the area. It's where you live. So if there's a lot of shooting going on, if there's dope dealing going on, if there's a lot of stuff that make people not want to be in those areas, your property is declining daily. I wouldn't invest storm windows in a house in certain neighborhoods. I wouldn't do it. I'm not going to upgrade the house for somebody to come in and buy it and they want to buy it for market value. How many places in some of these neighborhoods you can get over market value for a home in some of these communities? I mean, come on now. Not me. I wouldn't do it. But think about why that guy is going to Detroit. It might not be for the reasons we want him to go. It may not be for the reasons that you think he's a crook and all this old other shit. I don't care about all that. You better pay attention to why people are listening and stop thinking that they stupid, because everybody live different. Everybody has something to live for, and it might not be the same thing you have to live for. Some people don't want to deal with solar panels and EV cars, and they don't want to be told that they have to do it, and they don't want to use taxpayer dollars to incentivize and rebate, because that's called rebate EV cars with taxpayer dollars, using taxpayers who can't even afford. You're using taxpayer money, and those taxpayers can't even afford a $70,000 EV. Come on, man. I mean, think about it. Y'all better pay attention. I play enough videos for people to know if shit don't go well for Joe Biden this year, it ain't gonna be because remember the analogy that I gave yesterday. You got 100 here and you only got 10 here, and now everybody want to dump down on the 10 like they the ones that's gonna cause the 100 not to get what they want in an election. That don't even math right. You just gotta feel good for who you with. You just want to feel so good about your guy that you don't have no problem talking bad about the other guy. And that's the bottom line. Just feel good about your team. Feel good about your uniform and how y'all dressed up. Feel good about you and your decisions of what you're making. Don't try to shame somebody because they don't think like you. Maybe they got something different to live for out of the policies. Maybe it's just different. Maybe that's what it is. He ain't black. I hear that so much. That's crazy. He ain't black. What's wrong with him? I hear that all the time on the radio. That's why y'all can't get proper responses. People say things like, well, what happened to him? What happened to him? Why? What? He used to be black. What? Y'all don't like the Tim Scott dude because he told on national TV, I just love this guy, meaning Trump. So, okay, Ann. But then the dude get on the damn TV and he not only bend the knee, he could have just shook the man's hand like this and kept on dancing with his ass to Kurt Franklin and all the rest of them. But now he wants to go way too far with it. And I wish I had the clip. The clip shows it better because you can actually see Kamala Harris, Vice President Harris's husband, sitting there like, yeah. And y'all think I'm the only one. Let me see if I still got this clip. This is the one I was going to show you. I'm going to show you it's not just me. Okay, it's not just me. Let me show y'all this before I get out of here, because I'm about to get out. I'm at the top of the hour, but before I go, I want y'all to see how it's not the Wyatt Live show that's talking about these things. It's not just me. There's a lot of black podcasters, like Drop said. There's a lot of us out here that see things a little bit different, and we're not all monolithic. We're not all saying the same thing. We're not all believing the same thing, and not everybody is guided the same way. We all think different. But let me show you what the others are saying. It's not just me.
I already can't stand this motherfucker, man. I already can't stand him. The only thing I agree with him on is he said, people say that I'm an embarrassment to black men. What did he say? What about all these gangsters and this, that, and the other, and just the stereotypical shit. And I'm like, yeah, you right, but that don't mean you not either. This motherfucker was at a Juneteenth celebration in a motherfucking moo and decided to kiss this motherfucker's hand. And the way you know he's looking for attention, if you blow up the picture, because I had to look again, he's looking directly into the camera. If this ain't the most fucking look at him, look at him, look at him, nigga, look, he on ghetto gaggers. If this ain't,
look at the, you gotta zoom back in again and look at the black dude behind him, like, oh shit, Billy doing Billy shit.
Right, look at the females, man. Like, come on, look at the white guy. Like, look at Kamala, his husband. Like, yeah, that's your proper place. Like, this cat got weave extensions in his hair. Like, this cat, I don't give a fuck with, cause he like a super diva. Yeah. And look, man, let me put the gay disclaimer out there. All jokes aside, man, if you gay, trans, whatever, you deserve the same right to happiness that everybody else, everyone else does, liberty and all of that shit. You don't try and push the shit on nobody, whatever. We ain't got to get in all of that. But there's gay and then there's this motherfucker, man. This nigga, he's like the final level of gay. You remember Bruce Lee's movie The Game of Death? You know what I'm saying? Like when you get to the last level and it's Billy Porter sitting in a fucking sequence dress. Like, come on, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, why? What? Like, you're there. Okay, you're there. You're helping this motherfucker. I guess the point of this shit is supposedly to draw, to try and shore up the black vote. You know what I mean? Get those black votes out there that you think you ain't got. Let me see. What the fuck is the final level of DJ LOH on the ones and two? I just told you it's Billy Porter. This motherfucker is the show enough of gay. This nigga is the show enough of gay. His glow is pink though. You know what I'm saying? When he get the glow, that motherfucker is pink. Like, come on, fam. Like there's Anderson Cooper gay. There's what's the other dude? There's Don Lemon gay. There's that. Hey man, I'm gay, but I'm so the fuck what? I'm a man. This, that, and the other. There's not this need to fucking metamorphosize from a cocoon into some different level of gay like this motherfucker, man. Like you kissing another man's Listen, man, you kissing another fucking man's hand, and you doing it to a man that talked down to black people, that imported a whole group of human beings and threw their ass on another on black people, who said ain't no way in hell I'ma pay for what my ancestors did over 100 years ago and talk about when he come to talk about reparations. Who was best friends with Klan motherfuckers who wrote that fucked up ass crime bill. You kissing his hand like you cannot not kiss on a dude.
Hey, don't my words. I'm just showing you what some of the podcasts out. And I know some of y'all caught the gay. It wasn't necessarily gay bashing. I don't think they said anything bad about people being gay. I think he was saying that he was just like a flaming gay guy wearing the pizzazz and stuff like that. I don't condone gay bashing. Now, y'all know that I've stood tall for the homosexual community and LGBTQs. I don't have a problem with that. I don't like some of the things that were said there either. But the truth of the matter is, I think the point that he was trying to make, and let's not get away from the bigger point. The point he was trying to make is there's guys out here that are gay and okay with being gay like he is, but you just stepping the line. You just overdoing it with all this kissing his hand and all that old shit. And do you really know the history of this dude? Do you really know the things you probably got. Nah. Let me go to the phone lines, man. I got to get out of here. It's been a long day. Let me get on up out of here. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
It's Twin, man. What's up?
Twin, thanks for holding, bro. I'm sorry I had you on hold for a long time, but
I know this your show. It's your show. Hey, what Drop say about me?
Nah, he didn't say anything. Oh, yeah, he did say something about it. He said something to the nature of you are one of the callers on here that's a black guy that's not necessarily a Democrat.
Hell no, I ain't neither one of them. I'm me.
Right, I understand. I told him that you were like independent.
Independent at the most.
Yeah.
Shit, I can care less about what's going on. We've been fucked with no grease all along. Shit, for a long damn time, man. And I still got a grudge with Biden and stuff for locking our gangsters up. He was right there with the bill, him and Kamala. So hell yeah, I got a grudge against his ass. Whatever happened, man, it happened in America, man. Trump know what he doing. He pimping. He on some player shit right there. Going to Milwaukee and turn around. I know he going to Detroit. And he said Milwaukee dirty, but hey, I got to get these votes in by any means necessary. And that's what it is, Wyatt.
He coming to your city. He going to your city. He going to your city.
Oh yeah, he go clown in Chicago. People go they go listen to him, and if he talking right and preaching right, they go jump aboard. People in Chicago, I keep telling Lincoln don't believe me, but people, that's not true. That's not true. People in Chicago tired of that bullshit. It's over for that. If he go down there and make some noise in them three states, Illinois, Michigan, and Wisconsin, especially Wisconsin, they gonna have his back. But Illinois and Detroit and Michigan, you gotta win that. That's Democratic states. But you gotta win there though. But he go in there and make some noise. Oh, hell to them damn Democrats. See, Wyatt, I saw that picture yesterday. I ain't had time to comment. I laughed about it. Then I seen on somebody else's platform.
Oh, okay.
That man flaming hot as hell. Billy Porter flaming hot as hell. Wyatt, only time I see a black person really bound down if he greeting an Arab brother or Muslim. That's the only time I see him or hear a big time shot. That's the only time I ever saw somebody bow down and get somebody like Nelson Mandela or somebody bow down and kiss or something like. Other than that, that's some bullshit right there. See, they some hypocritic ass people, and they talk about the Republicans and stuff. What did? What Tim Scott did, but y'all backfire. You got flaming hot in front of you, cheesing like a motherfucker, ready to probably goddamn it blow your damn dummy off and shit right now. If the camera was off and y'all in closed door and shit, and he laughing about it, and you got Kamala right there and her that Yankee next to him. So man, that was a shit show to me and stuff. But y'all always talking about the hypocrite. I mean the Republican, but the shit backfire on y'all. Y'all can't, and then y'all come up with this AI. Well, Trump did this, he did this, and the damn dude when they was playing it, his damn words still weren't catching up with the video. I said, look at this AI stuff here. These Democrats losing like when they gotta pull every trick out the bag and shit and don't get no trick or treat for it and stuff. So man, to each his own, man. Right now, Wyatt, if I really want to get out with the get out, and it was an election was today, I would go for Trump, man. I kid you not. I'll go for Trump right now. If the election was today and it would say polls close at 7, I'm there at 6:58. I guarantee I would have voted for Trump right now. And my odds right now on my door to grave. Right now, my odds swinging towards the Republican, Trump. Right now. That's why I stand right now. I kid you not. I ain't even go sugarcoat. I kid you not. Right now, I'm standing on Trump right now.
Well, there's some people, Twin, that would say to you that Chicago is not going to vote for Trump. But
that's that damn gorgeous ass Emmanuel goof ass.
Well, he's not.
I know. Yeah, he ain't the only one. Yeah. But I got some other people saying that too. I got into. I said, you look at the city and people I talk to in the city. He's like, man, I'm confused, but the way it is, man, and we ain't getting nothing done. It's the fucking Trump, man. The way it's look. That's how they come. Cause I asked, what you think about this damn bullshit elect, man? Well, to be honest, fam. Folks, let me tell you, man, the way it's going on up here and shit hard around everywhere, I'll go for Trump, man. The way it is.
Here's one of the strategies. Here's what I think is going on, to be honest with you. I'm just going to be honest with you, twin. I find it very hard to believe. Now, I could be wrong. I'm not going to sit here and say I know for sure. I find it very hard to believe that Black Chicago would go in and vote for Trump, on a ballot slip. I find it hard to believe that they would do that. But I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying I find it hard to believe. But what I do believe, if it was
election today, they would.
Yeah, but what I do believe is that before they go in and vote for Trump, I think they would stay home. And I think that's a Democrat's problem. I think they have to fear that more than anything.
I'm out the bottom for you, mommy.
I'm sorry?
Yeah. No, I'm talking to my daughter. Go ahead.
Okay, my bad. What I was saying is I don't think that they will go in and vote for Trump. I think the biggest fear or the biggest problem that the Democrats in Chicago may face is Biden not giving them anything to come out and vote for. But what they have to do is they have to now sell, what Trump's going to do to them if he gets back in office. It's a thing. It's like how they walked through the community and tried to sell that shot situation. I showed that clip. A lot of people got their ass tied up they got their jaws tight and their panties got tight because I showed them something of how people was playing them. And then I'm wondering why you going to bat for people like that. Those people got angry because they seen some proof right there of how we get played. Now, my biggest thing is I think that before they go and vote for Trump, they may just not go vote at all. So now the strategy has to be, we got to find a way to get our people in Chicago to go to that ballot box, because we all know that if Trump get back in office, because this is what's said, he's going to be a dictator. We all know that when Trump get back in office, he's going to set us back 50 years. We all know. See, it's not being able to say we're doing good now and we're great. Everything's going as planned. They can't say that. So they have to say something that they think might happen based on some shit that they done twisted up to make it be what it is. That's why everybody is now saying the same parrot shit, which is true. He does have 34 convictions, but none of them can say this is how it happened. They can't break the court case down and say that it was legitimate. They just think, and that is the same group of people who tell you that the court system ain't shit.
Right.
But now it's perfect. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's the greatest, it's democracy working at its finest. And let me tell you this, because you'll know this better than anybody. Check this out. Twin, I don't know how to say this because you got a twin brother. All right? I don't know how to say this, but we got to go to the block on this conversation for a hot second. Okay, you ready?
Preach.
Listen, every family got a flunky, don't they?
Yes, sir.
Every family got a flunky. Every family got somebody that's got to take the knock when we get fucked up. When something go wrong, you know who the knock is. You know who the flunky is that's going on right now who called a case, right?
Yeah.
Biden's son.
Right.
And I told him 2 years ago, he copped to take a plea because his daddy and them told him to. And they said, we going to fix it. You understand? We're going to fix it. We're going to get you a sweet ass deal. You ain't going to do no jail time. And then a judge came by and said, this plea sounds ridiculous. This sounds ridiculous. You telling us he has full immunity from any other future charges if he takes this plea deal. No, I'm not going to allow that to pass through. So he didn't get that sweet deal. So he had to take it to trial. Now his father is saying something that I just can't believe. I don't care who you are. Even me. I wouldn't say that if my daughter got caught up in a crime and I had the ability to pardon her, that I would be a goddamn liar to sit here and say that I wouldn't pardon my daughter.
Man, your wife would kill you.
Exactly. Who wouldn't pardon their own child? And you're going to sit here and tell me. Now, let me go back to the block with you. We all got a flunky in our circle, even if it's your cousin, your uncle, your brother. We all got a flunky, don't we?
Yes, sir.
Somebody going to take the fall. And they're going to take the fall and take the charges so it won't go no farther. It won't go any further. Because if they start opening up the can of worms, some other people can be implemented and some other things can happen. And that's why he going to take the charges on everything that he took the charge on. The gun thing is one thing that's an easy charge. But don't forget them tax stuff coming. And when you open up the books of funnel money, shell companies and things of that nature, we're going to have to see who was all involved in this. So take the fall, be the flunky that you are. You are a dope fiend, and everybody would understand why you got in trouble, and you the greatest excuse in America, a recovering drug addict, all that old shit. But every black person that got to be honest, any black person that want to be honest, we all know the play here. We all know the play here. And it's so obvious. If you got any street knowledge, if you know anything about how they do things in criminal families, and there's always a flunky, and it could be your son, especially if he a dope fiend. And now you in a position for him to take the fall, and you have the power, win or lose at the end of your term, win or lose, you can set him free. Come on, man. You sound crazy. That sound crazy as hell. Go ahead, Twin. You were on hold.
Yeah.
The rest of the show is yours.
I took a kid. They wanted me to turn stakes on my brother, on my not my twin, my oldest brother, my next to the old. Yeah, I took a plea for him, and everything, a dope case. They wanted me to turn on my brother. I'm like, hell no.
Because your brother wasn't a flunky.
Your brother. He was locked up. One of my brothers.
He wasn't y'all flunky.
I took a case. He was already locked up on a case, dope case, and then they put it on. They put it on him again. I said, no, that's mine. And they wanted me to say, no, this year they wanted my brother to add 10 more years. I was like, no, that's my dope. And I took the fall for him. Even though I beat another dope case, and then they come with that on the indictment with me, everything, some more stuff. So I said, no, I'm going to take the case. And then he thought I told. I said, no, man, look at my transcript. He go, my most. He said, damn, I thought you got me. I said, no, man, I took it for you. I'm like, no, I ain't just straight out tell on you. Like, look at my most. He's like, damn, love, fam. Yeah, I took a case from my brother. He tried to nail his head. Give him 10 more years on top of the 4 years he was facing. I'm like, no, he didn't do that. He got a family. Shit, I got a family too, but shit, my family caked up right now. She got money, whatever. Take care of my shorty so I get out, whatever. But, love is love, man. You ain't gonna railroad my brother like that. But to each his own, yeah. But with this thing going on, yeah, Biden know damn well he go pardon his son. He needs to stop. He lose that election, he definitely go pardon.
I would win or lose. Win or lose, I'm a pardon my son. I just think that. I think the argument. It makes sense for him to say no. I'm not gonna pardon him. It makes sense, but I know it's a lie. I know that's a lie.
He probably he probably like if he win his election, he probably like son, just go ahead and sit down for a year or two. Something like if he win elect. But if he lose, he go pardon him before he get out that office. He probably say, all right, you get this time or whatever. Because it's a bullshit case, you ask me. That was the most dumbest case ever. So what, he smoked dope. Everybody smoked. All y'all smoking that White House. So what's the difference in him hitting a little damn missile or whatever? He was going through something. So, hey, he had to get high somehow. So he sucked the glass dick. Shit, so fuck.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's just funny how the echoes are going in. Look, the 34 indictment, the 34 convictions is doing what it's supposed to do. It's working on people because now you hear the parrots are saying, have you seen the meme? Has everybody seen the thing that's going around social media now that says if you can have 34 convictions, if you can have 34 felony convictions and you can still be the president, then I need all the convictions to be off of job applications and all that type of stuff. I saw it. What it is they don't care how the convictions were formed. They don't care if it was a legitimate case. They don't even care if it's going to get thrown out at the next level of court. They don't care. They just needed the convictions to happen to be, the narrative. They needed that. And that's sad because, to be honest with you, just like PG Sittenfield and all the rest of them, I really don't believe that stuff should have went where it went. I don't believe that they should have went to jail. I don't think it should have been that big of a deal, that type of thing. And the same thing with the Trump thing. I think that they put all that, they manufactured it, and they used certain people to make it happen. And I said it 2 years ago. I said they're using us to make these moves, and they're not going to care how our reputation turns out. They're not going to care what happens to the lawsuits and the things that's going to happen to the people that's doing this stretching things out. They're not going to care. And I just said we're being used again. That's just how I felt about it. And some people got mad at me because I said that about Fannie Willis. You know, and I don't care how they feel about it. I'm watching it in broad daylight. They can't even get a conviction on a damn rap case. What is that? The YSL? Bro, do you see what that office is?
Rico case.
I don't know if you've been watching that, but they run in circles around that prosecutor's office down there, bro. They run in circles. And I'm trying to figure out, bro, come on. I don't understand what's going on. And with that case all the way, I've been watching a little bit of it, but I don't know. Twin, what else you got, man? I'm at the top of the
ain't
hour.
Got enough. Man, they gonna let that boy go, man. They don't even know how to play that. They don't know how to play that case right. And Trump go down there and win his case too and stuff. With that 34 conviction he got, Trump go look at it like anybody can get a job. And he might say hell with that felony and all that off the application. Since he got trapped with, he said hell with they probably make him throw it out. Ain't no more unless you're really a murder or sex offender. Right. Something like that. Other than that, everything. Look at says he a felony, a rapist or murder. No, he can't get the job, whatever. But other than that, man, that was bogus on his case. I mean, inside in a ride, whatever. Yeah, I'll stand on that. But that other petty crime he got convicted of, man, should have never been in a court and everything. But people look at it, well, he convicted. He did, man. Y'all both playing chess and checkers, man. It is what it is. And stuff. It's on eat, baby. Eat. Yeah, my bad. So yeah, that's all I had to say, man. Why to you, your family, and everybody in the chat, happy Father's Day, man.
Thank you, brother.
Be safe, one love, man. And,
same to you.
Man, we pray and come together as one, man. That's all I'm standing about. And bless these kids out here and everything, and check on the elders and all that, man. Because I got love for the elders, man. They're the one, brought me up and taught me the game a little bit aside my family and everything else. But, I got love, no disrespect to nobody, none of that. Cracking jokes and stuff on this podcast or any podcast. And, just to have fun, live life to the fullest, man.
Right.
Enjoy life because, tomorrow ain't promised to nobody, man. Just thank God every day. Even whatever God you worship, just thank him, whoever it is. But I thank God above, man.
All right, twin.
To each his own, man. Be safe, man.
All right, brother. You too. Have a good weekend. Yep. Be safe. All right. Talk to you soon. Let's take one more call before we get out of here for the day. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, Wyatt. What's up, man? It's Daryl.
It's who? I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you.
It's Daryl. Can you hear me?
No, you're breaking up on me a little bit. Say it again.
It's Daryl.
Daryl?
Down right there. Yeah, hold on, man.
Is it DC?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little bit better. This DC, Daryl?
Yeah, what's up, man?
What's good with you, man? Long time no talk to.
Yeah. I'm at work. I don't want to hold you, but the debate is June 27th, right?
Yeah, June 27th. You said, yeah.
Yeah. So you gonna do a special show?
Let me look at the date, man. Let me look at what my schedule looking like. I would love to say yes, but bro, I don't know. I got to look at the schedule and see what my schedule look like and compare the two. If it's available to do, I'm with it.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm with it. Yeah. You gonna tune in if we do it?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, they got a lot of rules. I believe in rules, but there's a lot of things that's gonna keep it sensible, and that's gonna make it fair. That's gonna make it fair. I don't like when those guys talk over one another or play the games and all that. I want to talk policy and I want to talk about what's going on. I want to hear their answers to that.
Yeah, let's go. But yeah, I ain't gonna hold you, man. I'm at work.
So. Okay, brother. Don't be a stranger on the phone, man. I read your comments, but don't be a stranger on the phone. DC, have a great weekend. Happy Father's Day to you, brother.
All right, same to you too.
All right, man. Talk to you.
All right.
That's DC. Daryl Carpenter. I haven't heard from Daryl, and I don't know. It's been a year. He's at work. That's why. Now that I think about it, he can't call. Listen, let me narrow it down to you so people won't think I'm tripping. I hear things. I read things. I read my DMs. I see all that. People want to know why I go so hard for Trump. I don't go hard for Trump. I just don't make it easy for the other guy. I don't care what you say. I think if you hear enough about Trump on the radio all day, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Maybe this is somebody to tell me I'm wrong of what I just said. Last call of the day. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, good afternoon. It's Jeremy.
Hey, Jeremy. How you doing?
I'm pleasant. Okay. Well, since you get about to get up out of here, I won't hold you either. But that little bit about how Trump has 34 convictions and dropping that felony off of applications and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's you're being gaslit on that.
I'm being gaslit on that? What you mean?
No, whoever believes in that is being gaslit.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the point of it. You see what I'm saying, Fame? That's what they trying to do. They doing that on, I mean, that's the point of it.
Well, here's why. Because they don't need that on the application now. They'll just Google your ass.
Crazy, Fame. But you're right. You're right.
I mean, you call me crazy all you want, but that's what they'll do. They'll just Google you.
No, I didn't mean it facetiously. I didn't mean it facetiously. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I didn't mean it facetious. I was just being like saying you crazy. You know how like, oh, good, you crazy, bro. But no, I know what you're saying. But my point, I think we're on the same page of this thing. I think that was what they needed to be able to say what they're saying right now, to be able to get those convictions, whether it was a real standing conviction that's going to make it or go anywhere. They just needed the impression of those convictions to be able to say what they're saying right now and put the memes out and do the things that they're doing. And it's working. It's an effective approach. It's working on some people because people not everybody see things the same way.
Well, yeah. And I was going to say, every county in America has a government website that lists all your traffic citations and criminal convictions on it. So just find out where your last came from or whatever, and just look on that website and see that. Oh, okay, 3 years ago he had this. You know what I'm saying? He was running dope for this time, or running holes. Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever. So yeah, that's like no. I just don't understand why people will get so frantic over that. But like I said, I know you got to go. I kind of do too. But as I told you, I'll be out of town today.
Yeah, I was shocked that you called.
Yeah, I just had a few moments.
Are you out of town now? Are you out of town? You're out of Cincinnati?
Yeah, I am.
You're not down my way, are you?
Florida? Yeah. No. You know what's funny? Hold on. Let me say this. Because the other day, Monday was June 10th, right?
Monday?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think so. It might have been. Today's the 14th.
Monday was June 10th. Listen, this is a funny story.
Okay.
When I was in journalism, in the newsroom, I was interning at the time. Very, very famous sports writer at the time. I'm not gonna mention his name, but all those younger interns and younger writers were sitting around talking, and a couple of them talking about how wonderful it would be to live in Florida. But this guy's from Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Talking about how wonderful it would be to live in Florida, and he goes, "Why the hell would you move to Florida? They don't have seasons. You wake up every day is June 10th." And it was just like, you see what I'm saying?
Some people love June 10th.
And I was just like, yeah. So every day, June 10th and Juneteenth, I think of that moment in the newsroom when that happened. Well, but I noticed that you keep talking back about, or not talking back, but talking again about our conversation Tuesday about that loud, obnoxious ass, no good mother who's taking a victory lap around her son while he's in cuffs. I noticed you brought that back up.
I did?
And you did that yesterday. Yes, you did. I caught the replay of the show, and you brought it back up, trying to diss me.
I did not try to diss you.
Okay, he think he's slick. I'm going to get him Monday. We're going to have to rap about this again, because that ashy woman.
Man, stop it, bro.
That ashy, musty woman.
Stop, man. You don't have to be so disrespectful to that lady.
She was disrespectful to her son.
So what? That ain't your son. It's her son.
I'm protecting. I'm protecting the young black male.
It's Father's Day weekend.
Black males don't get protected.
It's Father's Day weekend, Fame. You don't have a right to that's not your son. You don't have a right to protect her son from her. Who gave you that privilege? That's her son. That's not your son.
God
gave
please
you.
Okay. Educate all children every day. So please educate Allah's children every day. So God gave me the right to protect that young man.
Really? So can you discipline her child?
No, I don't believe in corporal punishment.
Can you make her son go to school? Can you keep her son out of trouble?
Yeah, I could. Yes, I could. Yes, I could with proper guidance because he ain't getting the proper guidance right now.
Oh, okay. Well, you could be right about that, but it didn't sound like it to
because
me.
His mother is an unrelenting asshole.
Okay, well, let's finish up that conversation on.
Let's finish it Monday.
Yeah, let's
finish it Monday.
Let's do it on Monday.
Yeah, we ain't got time right now. I got to get ready to get going where I'm going.
Well, I don't want to hold your time up, Fame. I definitely don't want to do that, brother. So be prepared to take an ass kicking on Monday.
You continue with the facetious talk, and it's all good. I appreciate it. I appreciate the humor.
You better
the sarcasm.
You better get you a mug shot. I mean, like, we got to do a face-off for this one because I'm gonna smack. Look, this like a heavyweight fight on Monday. I'm gonna slaughter you, son. I mean, I'm gonna slaughter you.
You gonna look like Frank Martin. I'm gonna walk around looking like Javante.
Oh, wait a minute, hold
AKA
on.
Abdul Wahid.
Hold on. You trying to say that Tank about to knock him out?
Tank about to split that boy.
You think so?
Tank is a top 10 all-timer, pound for pound.
So let me ask you something, because I'll never say anything bad about Tank, all right? It's nephew for me. But now let me ask you this. What do you think about Frank Martin saying to him, you ain't never fought nobody?
I mean, they said that about Mike Tyson. They said that about everybody.
Yeah, they do that at the beginning of your stages, but when you the face of boxing and they still saying you ain't fought nobody, that's a little bit different. Oh,
well, you can't be the face of boxing when you boxing at 130 and 135.
Yes, you can. Floyd Mayweather did it. He swept
wasn't the face of boxing at that time.
Yes, he was
on the ascent to becoming the face of boxing.
At 130, he was on the ascent. When he hit that 130, when he was at 135, 140, and 147, that was Pretty Boy Floyd.
Yeah. Well, 147 is when you can start you're saying you're the face of boxing.
I don't
know.
Only
at 147 and up.
Well,
130, 135, you're too light.
You might have a point. They don't pay a lot of attention to the light guys. You're right about that. 147
because when they talk pound for pound, they talking welterweights.
But
is when you get into the conversation, your Sugar Ray Robinsons, your Sugar Ray Leonards, those type of guys.
Yeah, you're right. You get more popularity the heavier you get. But here lately, in the last decade, the last 10 years, the 135ers, 140s, and the 147s, that's where it's been.
Right. Again, 147. These guys are on the ascent to 147 and bigger.
I get you.
Because if we're talking 130 and 135s, then that would make what's his name? Eric Morales one of the best ever.
Well, he was.
He
ain't not one of the best, but he was solid.
No, he wasn't whack at all. But like nobody would have considered him the face.
So let me ask you, Fame, for this fight this weekend. I'm glad you called, actually. For this fight this weekend, let me.
Hey, you mad as hell? I gotta get out of here.
Bye. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry.
No, quick. You got Tank in what? Knockout or decision?
Or KO 7.
7. Some people saying 7 or 8. Yeah, that's consistent to what I'm hearing. Well, I'm gonna say this to you, brother. I think it stands a chance of going the distance because I don't think Frank is gonna go in there and work from the inside. All right, I don't think he's gonna go in there and get worked in on the outside. I think Tank's gonna have to pressure him in order to get the type of shots off that Tank normally gets because he's not gonna sit in the pocket and fight Tank because Frank already know that Tank got that pop. Okay, he got that thump. So Frank is a boxer. Frank Martin is a boxer, and he is going to lead with a jab. He's going to hit and get out of there. It's going to be tough for Tank. I think he's going to pull it out, but he's going to have to win by knockout. He's not going to outpoint him. I'm telling you this right here live on Wyatt Live. And I love Tank, but I know the styles of boxing. And Frank Martin has the style of boxing that could beat somebody like Tank. I'm not saying he's going to win. I'm saying that he does have a style that can win.
It ain't going to be easy. That's why I said KO 7-8. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere around there.
And that's respectable. Trust me. It makes sense what you're saying. That's very respectable.
But power's a great equalizer. And Tank got power out the wazoo for his weight.
Oh, absolutely. That's
going
to be the difference.
Benavidez 5 or 6.
Yeah,
KO 5 or 6.
Yeah, that sounds good for the money. I would put my money. If I was a betting man, I'd put my money right there with it.
But let me ask you this.
Sure.
Before you go, have you ever seen such a good card for such a small weight? Them two on the same card. I haven't seen that in probably 20, 30 years.
Yeah, I've seen them before.
Two up-and-comers like that.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, some of the guys then fell off, though. Earl Spence used to fight on cards like that. You don't remember on PBC, Earl Spence would have Tank on his cards. It was some good cards. But let me ask you this. Let me say this to you before we get out of here, bro. Did you see that Leonard Ellaby is no longer the CEO of Mayweather Promotions?
He got to cut the fat. He got to cut the fat loose. You know, he's not, making all that, hundreds and, 40 and 50 and 100 million a fight anymore. You got to cut, you got to trim some fat.
Floyd fired him.
Yeah. I saw that coming.
Yeah.
What does Ellaby do other than, Jock Rod Floyd?
Well, he was working with Tank. See, the divide is Tank and Floyd don't get along. So with Leonard Ellaby working with Tank so closely, which I understand the mechanisms there, I know why he was doing that because Floyd don't really do nothing with Tank, okay? But Leonard Ellaby was the representative for Mayweather. So Leonard built the relationship. Leonard Ellaby built a relationship with Tank that's close. They're cool. And I think the people that work with Tank like Leonard. They like Leonard Ellaby. So Leonard Ellaby really had to make a decision.
Simple. I'm going to make it real simple for you. I ain't mean to cut you off. I'm going to make it real simple for you. Go ahead. Floyd is Jay-Z. Ellaby is Dame Dash. I don't need you anymore.
That's a good one. That's a pretty good one. And
you know what I'm saying?
That's a good
and let me say this. I'm going to throw this in the interview in the universe. Maybe we can talk about it Monday after the fight.
Okay.
Maybe it's just me, but Tank seems to be regressing, but not regressing. That's the wrong word. He seemed to be getting boxer speech, but now seem to be going back. Kind of regressing away from it. Now he's starting to sound normal again. I've never seen that ever.
Well, you know what he said?
What's that?
He said the reason why he talked, because I heard Calvin Ford, his trainer, say the same thing. Like, you see how Tank is starting to talk more now, and he's a little bit more open. Tank said out in loud, he said, the reason why I didn't talk much is because Floyd talked too damn much.
I swear I did not see that. Okay.
Yeah. Go find it. Go find it somewhere. You'll find it on a blog or something. He said it out his own mouth. I mean, I literally heard him. That's not like some rumor shit.
And his name's not Javante. It's Abdul Wahid. Call him by the name he wants to be called.
He changed his name? My apologies.
Yes, he did.
I call him Tank, but yeah.
Yeah, you probably call Muhammad Ali Cassius. You one of them niggas.
No. I respect.
Hey, let me get out here, Rick, because I gotta get driving. All right, but hey, it's always real. I'll catch you on Monday, B.
Be safe, man. Be safe. That's fame, y'all. I don't know what he called himself. He always disrespecting his own damn name. He always calling here, this is Peter Pan. This is Joe Blow. This is Ricky Riley. This is Teddy Riley. He always come in with this old raggedy ass name first. And now he gonna tell me to respect somebody's name. He don't even respect his own name. He ain't never called in and say, hey, this is Fame Rosting. He always got to call in and be somebody different. Listen, I want to say this before I get out of here. I want to say what's up to all my fathers. I want to say happy Father's Day to you all. I want to make sure that you have a great day. I wish I could have went over that. I had a great thing to say about fathers, and I wanted to go over it. Maybe I'll say it on Monday, and talk about those dads that are really in their son's life and their daughter's life. Y'all don't understand. Y'all do. I'm saying in general. People don't understand how important fathers are. Fathers are so important to children's lives, both boys and girls. I just don't understand the fathers that don't want to be in their kids' life. I don't understand. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Peace and love to everybody, man. Happy Father's Day to everybody. Nothing but love. Much respect to those that are waking up with theirs, kissing them good night, getting them to school, getting them gas money, getting them money, lunch money, doing all that stuff, getting them off to college, being an example of how to be a great person. Peace and love to everybody, man. I'll see you guys Monday at 1:00.
We got London on the track.
Whoa. Yeah, man, TIP in this motherfucker with me, nigga. To the max with it. Rex.
I count 6 shots.
Bustin' out the bando. A nigga jury real metal like a candle. I went from rad to riches to a feature with tip. I went from smart car to a bitch with some smart lips. And that if it need make my hip limp. I'm going fishing with these little bitty strip dips. And my bankroll kinda big dip. Woo. She gon' bring it on a big ship. Quite trail, no I got dubs in the alley, no tip, yeah. Woo. She just wanna have a good day. Smoke way more weed than the guy in LA. I hold them birds till next May. Never let them fly away. What? Hey, this is what my nigga Tip say. Hey, yeah.
Don't be blowing me up, nigga, I ain't getting up. If it ain't about the money, ain't no use to you ringing my line. Stop wasting my time. If it ain't about the money, nah, I can't even hear what you say. I ain't finna do shit. If it ain't about the money, bitch, you can miss me with it. Bitch, nigga, miss me with it. Turn it.
I pack in 11, I pack in 11. Boom. I ran in the gator, my shoes are just 7. What they say? I'm slime like the Reverend, I shoot at the Reverend. Hey, hands out the grocery store, they stuff with ladies. Hey, she try make the extras, I tell on these bitches. Hey, when it's about time to pay, I'ma bill on these bitches.
What you think we in the neighborhood for? Standing at the corner store with a pocket full of dough. I be damned if a nigga wipe a hood, ho. Learned that from UGK, back a pocket full of stone. With your money down like a buck of hard folk. You playing with it, I'ma send them through your car door. My wife flooded shit sick, got Pavo. I'm doing it for black and yellow, free hardo. The head honcho, nigga, no tonto, nigga. I'm quick to put some bricks in the Bronco, nigga. Nigga talking shit while I don't respond at all, nigga. No murder, no dough, no combo, nigga. Don't be blowing me up, nigga, I ain't getting up. If it ain't about the money, ain't no use to you ringing my line. Stop wasting my time. If it ain't about the money, nah, I can't even hear what you say. I ain't finna do shit. If it ain't about the money, bitch, you can miss me with it. Bitch, nigga, miss me with it. Turn it.
I pack in 11, I pack in 11. Boom. I ran in the gator, my shoes are just 7. What they say? I'm slime like the Reverend, I shoot at the Reverend. Hey, hands out the grocery store, they stuff with ladies. Hey, she try make the extras, I tell on these bitches. Hey, when it's about time to pay, I'ma bill on these bitches. Hey,
what you think we in the neighborhood for? Standing in the trash like good blow. Yeah, made a baby, you slang that crack. Ride stole the car while he bang that act. If you ever took a law, better bring that back. Catch it with your bitch, he gon' blow your brain back there. Hey, you know you better be on your bad behavior when address me. Because by gun, we don't let them be. Nigga, disrespect me, I'ma catch a felony. For real, if you listen, I can get you paid. But not interested in shit you say. If it ain't about the money, nigga, don't be blowing me up, nigga, I ain't getting up. If it ain't about the money, ain't no use to you ringing my line. Stop wasting my time. If it ain't about the money, nah, I can't even hear what you say. I ain't finna do shit. If it ain't about the money, bitch, you can miss me with it. Bitch, nigga, miss me with it. Turn it.
I pack in 11, I pack in 11. Boom. I ran in the gator, my shoes are just 7. What they say? I'm slime like the Reverend, I shoot at the Reverend. Hey, hands out the grocery store, they stuff with ladies. Hey, she try make the extras, I tell on these bitches. Hey, when it's about time to pay, I'ma bill on these bitches.
What you think we in the neighborhood for? Standing at the corner store with a pocket full of dough. I be damned if a nigga wipe a hood, ho. Learned that from UGK, back a pocket full of stone, nigga.